Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone who has taken time to join today's session. Today's session is called Lifestyle Management. Uh, it can sound a little trendy topic for many, lifestyle. So let us spend, this today's day defining the need for lifestyle management. And the next week we'll talk about the solving the lifestyle management challenges, right? So I'll quickly get on to the presentation there. And from then on, we can make it more interactive session because we'll be dealing with how we live, what we do, how our goals are. Everything is covered in this. So lifestyle management, I'm just going to read a little write-up here in brief what exactly we're going to do. Lifestyle management is one of the most important topics in today's corporate circles. If one cannot manage his lifestyle, then one cannot achieve his goals. Similar similar enlightens the relationship between goals and seminar enlightens this relationship between goals and lifestyle. The seminar recommends designing one's lifestyle so one can surely achieve any heights, right? So we all have goals in life. We want to achieve it. So today's session will give you some tools and techniques through which you can achieve your corporate goals, personal goals, any goals in life. So let's start with some quotes. R.W. Emerson says, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us, right? So what we have done or what we're going to do is one aspect, but um, what we really are, how strong we are from inside is what really matters. It's a good quote. And another quote by a great saint named Srila Prabhupada. He says, simple living and high thinking is a real lifestyle management, right? Where you have time to think. It's not like we are running around and we don't have time to think what we are doing, right? So that is a better lifestyle management where we have enough time to think how our life is going. So today, as part of the discussion, as I said, this lifestyle management is divided into two parts. Part one is what we're going to be discussing about the need for lifestyle management. And the part two is about solving with tools and techniques the lifestyle management. If time permits, I'll also go into the solving part. But for now, we are going to get into the need part. So what is lifestyle management? How do we define it? And what is wrong with my lifestyle? Now, this is a question that you all have to ask. What is wrong with your lifestyle, right? So you have to contemplate as we go through the session. You really have to think, am I also in need of something to manage my lifestyle? Third is the need for lifestyle management. So till here we are targeting to complete today. But if let's see if we have time, we'll also get into the recommendations for lifestyle management and finally Q&A, right? So let's keep it very interactive. You all can share your inputs because this is not something that there is only one way of defining to lead a lifestyle in a certain way. Everybody has very unique ways of leading a healthy lifestyle, and this is not about exercise and gym and body maintenance. It's a lot more than that, right? So it's exercise beyond body, if I have to say simple words. So let's define what is lifestyle and management. So there are two words here, isn't it? There is lifestyle and there is management. So what is lifestyle? Can I ask anybody on the call, what comes to your mind the moment you say lifestyle? Anybody? Feel free. No one wants to talk?
Ravi is here, so Ravi should say something.
Yes, go ahead. What comes to your mind? Okay, let's lighten it up. For me, Rajinikanth comes to your mind as soon as I talk about lifestyle. Isn't it? Right? The way he, put the cigarette in his mouth or throws the gun in the air, or the way he walks, or who is the style king of Andhra movies now, Telangana or Andhra movies now? What is it? Pushpa, the new part one. Like we are doing part one of right? Like we are doing part one of lifestyle management. Recently, a part one of Pushpa also got released, right? The Rise,
Right.
Pushpa, the Rise, right? So he is one of the style kings, right? Anything he does, people copied. He was keeping one shoulder up in the whole movie, and now you can see so many shoulders up around the state. Right? So that's what comes to my mind when I talk about lifestyle. What comes to your mind? Come on, let's share. How do you define lifestyle?
Lifestyle that we can define healthy way to maintain our environment.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Anybody else? We use this word many times. Come on, I know you better, you also use this word. Hey, what kind of lifestyle you're maintaining? Like that we tell people, right? What kind of lifestyle are you maintaining? So when we use the word lifestyle, what really do we mean out of it?
How do you balance your time between various activities that you have in your life?
Very nice. Thank you, Pawan.
Time management.
Yes. How do you manage your time? Right. Again, as the goals that you have, how do you manage your time? As simple as that. Right. So that brings me to, thank you, Pawan. Actually, that's the crux of the matter. So let me go to the presentation and try to share. Let's divide this again, life and style itself, right? Life means anything that is alive, right? That's what life means. The property that distinguishes living organisms from the dead organisms and inanimate matter. That is life. That means you're alive, right? And when I say style, the way in which something is said, done, expressed, or performed, isn't it? The way in which you do it, how you do things, how you say things, how you express yourself, how you're performed, everything comes into style, right? So when I say lifestyle, it's about a set of attitudes, habits, or possessions, right, associated with a particular person or a group meant to improve life, isn't it? A style should be in such a way that it improves life. How many agree with this? It shouldn't be a style which will kill you. It shouldn't be a style which will make you weaker. Is that true? Like for example, I told about Rajnikant. Right? So his style, the way he does things, does his style improve the movie or makes it more boring? Yeah, I'm able to hear my own echo. I don't know.
Makes it interesting.
Yeah, if somebody's on mobile, you can. Let me try to. Yeah, mute everyone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, I think it's afternoon session after lunch. So I don't know what you had for lunch that to Friday, or if you're already having lunch and hearing this, but let's put some energies into this discussion. I want you to be, more interactive and lively. So lifestyle, as I said, is something that we do to improve our life. You agree with this? Or you say the lifestyle is to make your life more deteriorating or weaken your lifestyle? Is it lifestyle or is it something that improves your life?
That always improves our life.
Yeah.
Whatever we wanted to do, that is a set of life that we follow.
Exactly. Thank you for that. Okay, so now let's go to the next, management, right? So if I just break it down into man, age, and ment, right? Manage the man within you before managing men. When I say man, it's also includes a woman, but basically manage the person within you before you claim to manage others, right? So that's what the man says. And age is about maturity, right? Or to know what to do, when to do, how to do, all that comes under age, right? And then finally ment, management with hands, heads, and hearts, right? So together, there is a great definition of Henry Fayol. I'm sure in our college days, if you're a commerce student, this was like a typical definition. We all had studied. I am a commerce student myself. So I studied this definition, which I can never forget in my life. Goal of management is to create an environment where everyone can achieve his goals efficiently and effectively. As simple as that, right? So what a great manager does, he doesn't have to do anything special. He only needs to create an environment, right? And in that environment, people should be motivated to set up goals and achieve those goals effectively and efficiently, right? So that's what management means, right? It's a simple definition, but it covers everything. Now let us combine these two words, guys. Okay, lifestyle and management. Now we discussed about lifestyle, a set of habits and positions that one has to improve his life, and management, right, is to create an environment, right? If I combine these two, then comes the question of, then comes the definition of lifestyle management, which is nothing but to facilitate an environment, right, where we can practice or execute our set of attitudes, habits, or positions to achieve goals in life, right? This definition, I've spent this much time on this one slide. I know it looks like almost like academic slide going back to the college days, but bear with me. The next slides will have more pictures than written content. But understand this definition very clearly, because now we are going to spend the rest of the time discussing about lifestyle management, but you should know what it is, right? So lifestyle management means, once again, it's an environment, right? You have created an environment where you can participate and execute your habits and attitudes and positions for what? For achieving some goal. Each of us has a goal to achieve in our life, right? So in order to achieve that goal, what kind of environment have you created around you and within you so that you can achieve that goal? How many of you feel that environment is very important for achieving a goal? Or is it unrelated? I don't have an environment, still I can achieve my goal.
No, it is very much related.
Can
And
anyone-
also,
Can you give an
Yeah.
example? Can you give an example?
sure. If it is a good environment, then we can work accordingly. We can achieve our goal accordingly. If environment is not right, or if an environment is not comfortable, so it's very less chance to achieve our goals.
Yeah. I'll give an example. I'll give one. Yeah. Somebody else? Yes, I thought someone else was saying something. But you can anyway speak anytime. Interrupt. Don't think you have to interrupt. Just speak up. So I'll give an example. In my own practical life, I'm telling you, my example is that I was doing BCom honors, many years ago, and we were four friends. We were four friends. I wouldn't hesitate to tell their names. My name is Lakshman, as you all know, and there is one more person named Ravi Srinivas, and another person called Raj Shekhar, and fourth person called Bala. Right? So Bala Shori, his name is Bala Shori. Now, Bala was the most intelligent from an academic perspective. He got better marks than most of us. And Ravi Srinivas was also secondly, I'd say somebody in the second among the academic marks. Raj Shekhar was very studious and very methodical, and he was also like, yeah, good in his mark, great, 70% above. And myself, I was the kind of average guy. I don't know, academics never interested me or whatever, but I never got good marks. Rather, I would say I was never focused on getting good marks. I would just write what I understood, what I did, something like that. So but I was like, okay, somewhere around 65 to 70% is what I was looking at in my graduation days. Now, after our BCom, we wanted to do, we didn't know what to do, right? What is the next thing to do? So some of our seniors in our college, they joined CA, Chartered Accountancy, and they said, we didn't know. I had no clue what is CA. I was more like a follower, and anything in my gang, if they do, I also do. That was my decision. So all these three guys, Bala, Rajshekhar, and Srinivas, they said, we are going to do CA. So no wonder even Lakshman, me, I told I'll also do CA. There was no thinking process. I said, okay, I'll also do CA. Then we went and asked the seniors, okay, where should we do? How should we do? They said, for doing CA, choosing a good training firm is very important. Like the best training firms in the market are big five. Now is big four, but in those days, big five. So Coopers and Lybrand, Pricewaterhouse, right, which became PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, so we know, Ernst and Young, right? Like this, there were set of firms around the world, and which were very, very established in accounting, auditing, and basically the chartered accountancy field. And if you get into these firms, they said it's very good to get trained up there, so you can become a CA easily. I had no clue. The only thing I asked my senior was, how much will I get paid? Because coming from graduation, in those days, I need pocket money, right? So what will I get paid? And my senior told me that if you join companies like PwC or Ernst and Young, in these companies, you'll get like 4,000 rupees per month as stipend. It's not a salary, stipend. And second year, we have to get 3 years of training. So second year, we'll get like 5,000, and third year, we'll get 6,000. Now, this was big money, guys. I'm telling you, I'm talking about 97, right? 97. So in 97, 4,000 rupees was big money. 100 rupees a day, close to 100 rupees a day, 100 plus rupees a day. So that was how much, and the petrol cost was 16 rupees a liter. You can imagine it's more than 100 now, right? So, and for somebody coming from out of college, that's a big thing. So my focus was only on the stipend. I never thought anything more than that. And Srinivas was more about, Ravi Srinivas was more about, should I do my CA and I should get there. And Rajshekhar was more like, I should do, but he landed up doing MBA. That's a different thing. And Balashori, he did, something. He also did CA. So basically, we all went for interviews in this big five. So we went to PwC, we went to Ernst & Young, etc., etc. We're going firm after firm. But we see, I wanted to stay with same group of friends even during my CA days. Who are there in my graduation? I want the same people in the CA. But God had a different plan. I got into PwC, and both of them got rejected, Srinivas and Bala. And Srinivas got into E&Y, Bala got rejected. And Bala, the most intelligent one, apparently, in terms of academics, he got rejected. And finally, Bala goes and joins another small company, some Pulaya and company, something like that. Very, very small company, somewhere in Secunderabad. Now, simple thing is, academically, Bala is more intelligent, and Srinivas is more intelligent. I'm kind of average, but I can work hard. Surprisingly, I finished my CA, in like 3 years and 6 months, and Srinivas finished it in 3 years. That's a minimal time. And Bala could never finish his CA. He never finished his CA. Rather, to our surprise, he never studied for his CA properly. And when we met him, like after some time, once we joined these firms, we became very busy with audits and going out to different client places and learning how to audit. Throughout the 3 years, we are so busy, right? Traveling around India. And then sometimes we used to meet. That time we never had mobiles as much as we use now, right? It was 4 rupees per minute incoming when rupee value was so high. So nobody would just call each other. We were using mobiles for like pages, right? So basically, when we met after a long time, I asked Bala, "Hey Bala, how is it going?" He said, "Hey, you know what? We'll finish it coolly. There's no hurry." So I was like, "What do you mean finishing CA coolly?" Because when I went and asked my seniors in PwC, they said finishing CA takes 3 years. That's it. I went and asked, any senior on the floor, like, it's okay, 3 years. 3 years max, 3.5. It's easy. You get to finish this subject, you write it, you'll get passed. And then I saw the whole statistics of how many people pass when you write a CA. And it was so depressing, which I never knew before joining, that if 1 lakh people write CA exam, around 400 to 500 people pass. That is the number of CAs which come out of an attempt, which is like 2 attempts in a year. So in an entire year, in those days, now they opened the gates a little, but in those days, 1,000 CAs from entire India, when more than 6-7 lakh people are writing CA exam, right? So that is how difficult it was. Yeah, very, very less. If you even go by MSET, KSET, whatever those entrance exams were, CA is like the toughest to come out. And I was really thinking, oh my God, how will I pass? Because I'm an average guy. How will I pass? But when I went and asked my seniors, they said only 2-3 years. The same 3 years. And the same thing when Bala went and asked in his company, where that small Pulaya and company in Secunderabad, they said, no need to take things, hurry up or anything, just relax. 3 years we'll spend in articles. Then, we can spend time and write the first group of intermediate, then second group after some time. In the meantime, you can join a small job. And in 7 to 8 years, maybe 10 years, you'll finish your CA. No worries. Like that, he was told. So he never finished his CA. And Srinivas joined E&Y, and E&Y is also almost similar company like PwC, where they are also motivated, and they told him that he can finish his CA in 3 years, and so finished in CA in 3 years, right? So I want to ask a question to all of you who are hearing here. What do you think was the most influencing factor for me, Srinivas, or Bala to do our CA or to finish our CA?
People around us.
Yeah, people around us. Yes.
The influence they gave us. That was the first reason.
Huh?
The influence they gave, the motivation they gave us.
Yes, the motivation they gave us. Yes. What else? Can you think of anything else? Yeah, actually, that's what it is. I'm just waiting
Maybe
for.
lifestyle after completing your CA.
Huh?
Maybe the lifestyle which you can expect after completing CA.
Yeah, after becoming a CA, you'll be very happy and rich. I personally feel only psychos can finish CA. Anyway, it's a different thing. Anyway, so 1 second. Wait a second. Something I pressed here and it's showing up. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So guys, you already answered. Actually, one of the main things that that really helps in that helped me finish my CA is the peer pressure and the environment around, right? Everybody were writing, like for example, from PwC, there were 20 articles of 1 year and they went and wrote the exam. 18 of them passed. 2 of them failed, right? So when you see 90% in your group are passing, and you would run short of reasons, right? I mean, to say why I didn't pass. And whereas in other companies around India, if 20 people are writing from a firm, not even one person passes. If one person passes, he's like the hero of the decade, like everybody celebrates. One person passed. But here, 18 of them are passing, right? So the team around you, the environment around you, the people around you make a very big difference. We actually undermine the environment. Even I'll tell you, sometimes it's not about a big company or a small company that we work in. It's the environment that we create around us makes us successful in many things in life, right? Like I have worked in big companies where there are thousands and thousands of companies, like people like Wipro, Satyam, Infosys, GE, huge number of people on the floor. And like the floor starts from here, it goes like the other corner, barely you can see the people there. They look so small, big floors, right? But the environment is so depressing sometimes. I'm not telling everywhere in such big companies, some parts of the company, the environment is so depressing. You wouldn't like to work there. You wouldn't like to do anything more than what you're asked. You wouldn't like to do anything extra. So ultimately, you don't really achieve extraordinary results, right? And you lose customers, you lose business, you lose so many things, right? Whereas the environment is so charged up sometimes in a small company that even being in a small team, you start achieving things like really well, and then you're recognized also really well, and then you also grow with that same energy and strength. Let me ask a question. Have you seen in Hyderabad same things being sold in similar kind of shops at the same place? Like for example, if you have to buy um, clothes is not a bad idea. It's a bad idea because it's spread out everywhere. Say if you have to buy color tiles, color tiles or fashion interiors and all that, which part of Hyderabad would you go? Anybody knows? Like you want to put the tiles in the toilets or outside, those mosaic tiles and all that. Okay, maybe you're not into that kind of work, but you could go to Srinagar Colony. How many have seen Srinagar Colony? The roads there.
Near
Have you
that
seen those
Satya Sai
shops?
Nigam.
Yeah, near the Satya Sai Nigam. From there all the way 2 kilometers, you will see so many shops filled with tiles and marbles and some fashion interior articrafts and all that, right? It's a single place. Now one might argue that why I should keep at that place because everybody is there at that place. Why I should not keep somewhere else where it is not there? There are 2 reasons behind this. Number one, all the people who want those will come there, right? They'll not go to any other place. They know Srinagar Colony is famous for that. They'll come there. So you'll get customers by default. Another thing is the energy the place has to sell these things. You will automatically become competitive when you have competition beside you. So competition doesn't make you weak. Competition makes you more stronger. Competition makes you more, bolder to do things. right? So the environment has so much effect on you that you start achieving things that you would never do when you're sitting in silos. Did you all understand what I was trying to tell? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, one place where you can buy a lot of fruits. Can you tell a place where you only see fruits on the road, a long stretch, fruit vendors? Come on, there are so many places in Hyderabad.
There at Dilshuk Nagar, or like there are few places near
Yes.
Meerpet also.
From
SR
Amirpet,
Nagar.
to Kukatpalli, when you're coming on the left side,
Yes,
continuously you'll see like a half a kilometer fruits, right?
Yeah,
Or
that's
when
true,
you're
yes,
coming from what is that place, Langara House, towards Sun City, right? You see complete stretch filled with fruits. Now you might ask, what is it? All the people are sitting at the same place. How will they get business? So many fruit vendors almost keeping the same things, but they want to remain at the same place. Why? Why do you think they need that? We just discussed
Environment.
environment. Yeah, and customers automatically come there who wants to buy fruits. They'll get all the varieties. They have a lot of choice, so they come there, right? And then you also have the competition within them. Within them there is a competition, right? So if you want to buy electrical items, True Bazaar, you go to True Bazaar in Hyderabad, you get so many electrical. You want to buy wholesale items, groceries, Begum Bazaar. You want to go for carpentry, Gosha Mahal. You go these places and you just get it, right? You just get everything under the planet. Very rarely people buy things in showrooms. Intelligent people, they go to these places and they get it for less price. They get like so much variety, right? So the reason I'm trying to tell you this is, in order to achieve your goals, the environment really makes a big difference, right? And that is what a lifestyle should be giving. If you want to achieve your goals, the environment that you choose to live makes a very big difference in order to achieve your goals. For example, if you want to be if you want to be really edgy in your technology, you should be in an environment of people or a forum or a community where these latest technology discussions happen, right? Otherwise you can't be sitting in a silos in your corner of your office and say, I think I'm latest in technology, I know everything. You can't. You have to be in those forums, you have to be in those in those communities, and then you will learn from each other, right? No, anyway, so this is about definition of lifestyle management. Are we all clear on the definition of lifestyle management before I go forward? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now let us go forward. Now I want to talk about what is the lifestyle we are leading. Now this is going to be a little sincere thought process, guys. Okay. So let's talk about what was our lifestyle in the past, how people used to live in the past. Let us understand this for a little while. Then we can come to how we are living now. And there are good and bad things in both the places. There are some bad things in the past, good things now. There are some bad things then, good things, bad things then, good things now. Either ways, vice versa, right? So let's say goal of life in the past was self-realization, simple thinking, and high living. People were not too much after money. People were too much after culture, their time, their priorities. Everything was very well thought, before they do anything. They wanted to live together as a family. The family bonding was one of the most top priorities. And nobody would ask each other, what are you doing to, or how much you're earning? There was never such question, right? Someone was doing agriculture, somebody was doing a government job, somebody was doing some business, but they all were local, right? They all were local. So one of the things is education on how to live with nature was the most important. And when I'm saying in the past, you can even go 500 years or even 1,000 years ago, or till 100 years ago, 50 years ago also. Most important thing that people were told is how to live with nature, right? How to utilize nature's resources in order to lead a happy life, right? You wouldn't do anything deteriorating to destroy the nature around you, right? Like in earlier days, marriage would have something like 2,000 people. I remember going to marriages when there were 1,000 people minimum. in a village, right? When you do a marriage in a village, 1,000 people would turn up there. The entire village would come, or villages and villages will come. Boys side, girls side, right? Or festivals, big festivals. Thousands, hundreds of people will come. Now, none of them used paper plates to eat. None of them used paper plates to eat. So what would they eat on? I don't know if you have been to such big marriages in the past, but if you're born before 70s, I'm sure you have seen such marriages. So what do you think? What were they served on?
Banana leaves.
Banana leaves and istaratlu. They used to make istara, right? Making with different leaves and just stitch it and make it into a plate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, there is a certain time of a year when marriages don't happen. It's not auspicious for marriage. Can you tell me that Ashana Masam they say, right? What is the time frame?
Usually during August time.
Yes, during August time.
Rainy season.
Yeah. Why do you think during August time marriages don't happen, or they say it's not a very auspicious time for marriages or big functions? Why?
Maybe during rainy season.
See, I'm a
sorry.
scientific guy from Madhapur. Okay, I'm a scientific guy from Madhapur. I'm going to say every time that God has given is auspicious. I don't care about auspicious, inauspicious. God has given time 24 hours. 24 hours is auspicious. 12 months is auspicious. 1 year is auspicious. Now you Vedic, believers, kya bolte hain, Muda Nammakalu, right? Andhavishwas. You people believe in auspicious, inauspicious time. What do you mean? This time of a year we should not have marriages, like that. I'm saying that. No, I'm challenging people here on the call. Give me a good logic why.
Yeah, can I tell Prasanna here?
Yes, Prasanna.
So if we marry people in July or something, so at the time of around May, the people will burn. I mean, 9 months or something. So maybe in the that is the logic. Maybe they.
Or if you marry in July, you'll have your first child in May.
Yeah, which is a very hot season.
It looks like people are in a hurry to have children.
Yes, sir. This is Ranjit.
No, previously, people used to
I
say
understand.
like that.
I
My
understand.
grandmother or something, no?
Yes,
So
yes,
they
yes.
used to say this logic actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it because of most of these groceries are not readily available, like some kind of vegetables or something?
That's a good.
Maybe some kind of not time to harvest or something.
Yeah, you're very close. Hey, Ranjit, where are you right now? Are you in Hyderabad or are you in the Climb
Yes,
place?
sir. Yes, sir. In Climb base only, in Arakem. Actually,
Where
we
are
are Arakem.
Arakem, where in Hyderabad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah. So, guys, come on, think about it. I think you're very close, but let's keep going. Why do you think marriages are inauspicious, or that particular period is called inauspicious for anything big, any big functions or anything? Why?
Because it seems like most of the festivals are happening after this harvest and all.
Yeah.
So maybe I feel like that.
Yes, no, you're right. Let's keep going. Anybody else? See, a lot of people feel that, Vedic Sanatana Dharma means, bunch of believers who believe in any nonsense that is written in the books. They don't have any science behind it. Spirituality doesn't have any science behind it, or rituals don't have any science behind it. People think like that. Now, I'm just going to ask a question for sake of discussion. Why? Any more answers? Should I answer?
Krishna got married in that month only.
Okay, I'll not go so close to spirituality in these discussions, but yeah, let's get there. Okay, I'm going to answer a very simple thing, guys. Okay, see, if you plant, how many of you have planted small trees or plants in your house? Small plants. Huh? You like gardening? How many of you like gardening here?
Yes. Me.
Yeah. Okay. So if you plant a seed, and slowly it sprouts out and 2 leaves come out, right? Generally, 1 leaf doesn't come. It comes, 2 leaves will come out. Would you pluck that? If you do pluck that leaf immediately?
No.
No.
And what happens if you pluck that leaf?
It will not grow.
Grow.
Hmm?
It will not grow.
It'll die, right? Basically, the plant will
Yes.
die, isn't it?
Yes.
The plant will die as soon as you pluck that leaf, right? So what is a good time to pluck the leaf? If you have to pluck the leaf,
When more leaves are available to nurture the plant.
exactly, right? So there is more hemoglobin, this is not, what is it? Not hemoglobin. What is that chemical that goes inside?
Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis,
Chlorophyll.
right? So you have your chlorophyll, yeah. So you have more leaves, and guys, that is exactly what our scientific Sanatan culture has given in the books, in the scriptures, that right when the rain start, all the dry trees of the summer, they start getting new leaves or new seeds. They're sprouting underneath, and the plants are growing at that time, right? If that time you go and pluck the leaves, then the whole harvest or the next season, the trees will suffer, you know. So, and why it is related to the marriage ceremonies or any of these big ceremonies? Because we would always eat in leaves, right? When you want flowers, when you want a lot of leaves to decorate your mandaps, to have leaves for eating, you need a lot of quantity, right? So you would not do any such big ceremonies during that time. If you do during that time, then you'll be responsible for killing so many sprouting plants. You getting the logic, guys?
Right.
Yeah. So
Due to
when,
availability of leaves, and food will not be there.
yeah, I mean, and you need leaves. We want to live with the nature. We want to live with the nature. We don't want to destroy the nature, right? So that is how science is, right? There is a science behind every ritual, everything that we choose to do in Sanat. Just that we are not educated. Problem is our seniors, our ancestors, and nobody has told this in a scientific way. Why we do what we do? What is auspicious time in a day? What is auspicious time in a week? What is the auspicious time in a month? What are the auspicious days in a year? For that matter, all the days are auspicious, but not for doing all the things. Some things have to be done at a certain time. Some things have to be done at a certain time. They're more efficient and effective doing at that particular time. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So living with the nature, education of how to live with the nature. Sorry, I'm getting my own. Yeah, I think Swati, whenever you open your mic, I'm able to hear my voice. Yeah, I have muted you now. Yeah, I just muted you. Don't worry. Yeah, some resound problem is going on. Okay. So guys, education of living with the nature was one of the prime education. People are also taught mathematics and geography, but most important was how to live with the nature. And one more thing, talking about geography, what was the geography taught to children in the past as compared to children now, right? The main geography people were taught in the past was your local geography. Children were told what is there locally around you. Rather than speaking about a dragon fruit that comes from some dragon country or some kiwis that are found in Australia, people were more educated about the current local geography. So if you're born in Hyderabad, right, what is the environment here? What are the fruits? What are the good vegetables that are grown here? What are the must places to go here? What are the most important religious places to go? What you can get done where you can buy what? That was geography. And then came, okay, what do you want to know about Karnataka? What do you want to know about North India? What do you want to know about Asia? What do you want to know about planet Earth? Right? So that the geography was more local. And so people with that local knowledge led a more healthy and productive life. Right? Today, people don't know about the local, but they know a lot about others. Too much about others, but others is not going to benefit you because you're not living in those others. You are living here. So when you are living in America, you should know the local geography of America. When you are living in Hyderabad, you should know the local geography of Hyderabad. When you're living in Chennai, you should know the local geography of Chennai. That was how the education was. Very focused on how much you will utilize that education. How much you will utilize that education in that particular place. How many of you know that if you eat the local fruits in the season when they are grown, right, in that particular season, right, that's equal to medicine. You don't have to have any other medicines. You only need to eat local fruits, and in the season when they are supposed to be eaten. You can't eat a mango in November. You can't. So now you find it, right? You can't eat grapes in October. You even find it now because of cold storages, right? You shouldn't eat a watermelon in January. You should not. But you can still find them outside. That's the problem. And so we are creating negative things within our body by eating things that we're not supposed to eat. There is a time then there is a season for it, right? So the fruits which are very seasonable, like bear, regubandu, they say, right? Bear, and what do you call the sitafal? You call it custard apple. I don't know why they kept that name, but basically these are very, very seasonal. And when you eat them, that's equal to eating an Ayurvedic medicine, right? So education about nature was one of the most important educations that everybody would take. Whether you're a Tata, Birla, or you might be a watchman or anything, you have better education on nature. Are you all following what we are discussing? Any questions? No questions? Okay, it's actually very difficult to do these sessions when I can't see anybody and nobody's speaking. So I'll just keep asking, don't worry. So let's keep going. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Healthy lifestyle to get up before sunrise, right? We get up before sunrise. Now guys, in simple words, can somebody explain me what are the advantages of getting up early?
Vitamin D we will get.
Hmm?
Vitamin D we will get.
Vitamin D you will get, okay.
The prime thing is like you can eat early.
You can eat early. Yes. And a simple thing, you get more day. You get more day,
Right.
less night, isn't it? You get more day. You get up like a certain part of time. See, tell me something. You all drive vehicles, whether it's a car or a bike. Tell me what happens if you start your bike. Say, let us start your bike, and then hold both the brakes. Okay, hold both the brakes, front wheel and back wheel, and then press the accelerator like anything, like or pull the accelerator like anything. The whole smoke is going out, but the wheels are not moving. What will happen to the bike?
It may affect your clutch.
Huh?
It may affect your clutch.
It'll
Disc.
affect your clutch. It'll blast your engine. It'll blast your engine, right? I mean, come on. You're supposed to go, and at that time you're holding both the brakes, right? Like you're pressing the whole accelerator. Engine is running at like 1,000-2,000 cc RPM, and you're holding the brakes. What will happen? The whole engine will be disturbed, isn't it? The engine is supposed to go. The vehicle is supposed to go. The wheels are supposed to move, but you're holding the wheels, right? In the same way, my dear friends, before the sunrise, our engine starts. Our body engine starts, meaning our liver, our pancreas, our brain, our heart, all these are alive, but they are like, they are like fresh. Okay, now let me burn energy. Right now, this fellow is going to give energy in the form of milk, in the form of breakfast, in the form of fruits, in the form of food. He's going to give, now I have to create energy. So the creation aspect has started, right? The entire, all the organs are ready, right? But one guy, but if you, at that time, if you're sleeping, which is like putting a brake, what do you think will happen to your body? It will be smashed. I'm not kidding. This is a science. You are ruining your body. If your engine has started, it's a time to accelerate and trying to produce energy by eating, by working and doing so many things, and you're sleeping at that time. Your entire engine will fall apart. You are supposed to live for 100 years in this body. You live for 50 years simply by getting up late. You don't have to do anything extra. You just get up late every day at 9 o'clock, and you are reducing your age time frame of your age. It's as simple as that, right? Same thing, when you are supposed to eat more, when you're not. So, for example, dinner, it should be very light, very light. Why? Because all the organs are like shutting off. Okay, done. Abhi, now is the time for us to regenerate, right? Now this fellow is going to sleep. Now we will, kind of servicing done for all the organs during that time. But during that time, you put them to work. If you're eating at 12 o'clock, it's like waking up somebody who's sleeping. Get up, start doing your work. I'm like, guys, I was sleeping. No, just now I've eaten biryani. Eat now, process it. So basically doing double shifts, right? So healthy lifestyle to get up before sunrise and sleep before sunset, actually right during sunset. But I know it's not possible for all of us to do many things now, but whatever that we can, we should. And we should also prioritize our life in such a way that at least at some part of time in my life, I start following these things, because ultimately, health is wealth, isn't it? See everything as a gift of God. Everything that we have, whether we are rich, whether we are poor, whether we are, we have abundant or we have scarcity, doesn't matter. If you have one tomato, utilize the whole tomato. If you have some food in your plate, eat it completely before taking more, right? If you have some money, utilize it fully, and if you have in abundance, give it to the needy. So seeing everything as gift of God, something that comes from God, right? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aham sarvasva prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhujante mam buddha bhava samanvita. He says, the person who understands that me, in Sanatana Dharma, we say it's Krishna. Other religions, he has different name. So whichever name you call him, he is the source of everything, whether it is spiritual world or the material world. Where we live is a material world. Now here, everything comes from me. And a person who understands this leads a responsible life, right? When you know that you're utilizing something that's given to you, then you utilize in a very nice way, right? Now, one other thing, what is it? Make a living based on what is needed, not greed, right? You're not going to cultivate more, you're not going to earn more, you're not going to burn more, you're not going to do more, right? These days, people want one flat in Tellapur, one flat in Gachibowli, one flat in, somewhere else, one flat. How many flats do you want? How many houses are going to live? No, one for my son, one for my daughter. Why? Your son and daughter are mentally handicapped? They can't grow up and earn their own living? But in earlier days, people were not that insecure about their children. They would say, okay, what we have is what we have. He will have his own life. He or she will develop. We will leave some properties for them, but it's not like, we will leave so many that we are automatically giving them a motivation to be dumb, right? What if a person is told, what if your father comes and tells you, you have 200,000 crores. Would you want to go to Lorhan office in the morning? Anybody? 200,000 crores. Right? I would not go. Come on, I'll be very practical. If somebody says that I have 200,000 crores, why should I go and earn like whatever 50, 60, 70,000 lakh or 2 lakhs that we're all earning in Lorhan? I have 200,000 crores. I can use 1 crore each day and try to do something new. I'm not saying I'll waste that money, but I'll put it in different ways. I'll get nicely entertained and all that, right? Same way, what we are trying to do is in current days, we are trying to create a big lifestyle, big savings, big properties for our children, thinking as if they are mentally handicapped. Why do we have to give them so many things? Nothing. Give them good education, good values, and they will earn their part, or they will stay with you. One house is enough. No. Independent. Apne पैरों पे खड़े हो. Right? So these are all things, that something that was not there in the past, we are bringing it now. But people were very peaceful because they only earned how much that is needed. They would depend on God. They would depend on so many things in life, their own skills, to lead a life. Nobody would be insecure. Right? Insecurity was not there. And something like no scarcity of natural resources. Water was never a scarcity, right? Cooking gas was available, gobar gas was available, or even wood was available, right? Everything was available. There is no scarcity of natural resources. Loving and happy family. Family would spend time together. Whichever religion you belong from, family would spend time together. How many of us are spending time with our family now? Tell me. We have no time for the family, no time to spend with the family, right? But we want a big house, 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, or we are actually dreaming for those. Hmm? And joint family where everyone had a time for everyone, right? Everyone is there to support each other. Guys, I know a family which lives in Padmarab Nagar. My good friend, his name is Vikram Chakilam. Now they are a big family of 5 brothers, and their father and 5 brothers are married, right? And they have, 5 daughter-in-laws, and all those 5 brothers also have children, and their elder children are getting married, and the elder children, one of the eldest child recently became pregnant, and she's going to deliver in the next 2 or 3 months. And believe me, this whole family lives in one house. This whole family lives in one house. I am still seeing that family. I mean, close to like 35 of them live in the one house, right? And they have no problems. Of course, there will be some problems, but many of the main problems are taken away just by living together. Just by living together. And they have all, security. They're not worried about economic recession or, some global market fall down or some software market falling, American dollar rate, nothing they're worried. Why? Because whatever they earn, it's for everyone. And one of the brothers has severe back problem, right? Severe back problem. Yes, he can't go outside and do work, and literally he's on bed for the last 3 or 4 years. Still, he's not insecure. He's not insecure. He's not thinking, oh my God, mere ghar ka kaun chalayega. No, there is no reason. All the brothers together are running the house. Can you imagine the amount of financial security and emotional security and happiness that can prevail when in the past days when people lived as a joint family? No pressure to uh, perform and try to make sure that you're successful all the time. It's not possible. Sometimes in a year, sometimes in your life, for 2-3 years, you're just sick. Nothing is going your way. Your health is not cooperating. Your body is not cooperating. But during that time, if you are living in a separate family, trying to prove your individuality, are you going to be in more pressure or less pressure? More pressure, right? So in the past, guys, this was the lifestyle people had. That is what I'm trying to tell. This was a lifestyle that people had, where they are living more with the nature. They had good nature education. Their health was good, because they woke up at the right time, slept at the right time. Everything they treated as with gratitude. They treated everything that they got from God, and they lived a very simple life, earning how much is needed, and good time with the family, good relationships in the house, and most importantly, life filled with bliss, right? Life filled with festivals, dancing, and good cooking and good spiritual education, understanding yourself. Why am I born? Who am I? What is going on around me? What happens after death? What happens after birth? Education that actually gives meaning to our life. That was also given priority along with our material education. That was also given priority. Now, this was our past lifestyle for a goal which was self-realization, simple living, and high thinking. That is the goal, guys. Okay. So the goal is simple self-realization, simple living, high thinking. For that, this was the lifestyle, right? But now the goal, unfortunately, in today's day and time, the goal is complicated living and less thinking, right? I mean, maybe I'm biased and very shrewd in saying that, but that's what I feel. When I look at people, they don't have time for anything. They're just running around, in a rush. I have to get this, I have to get that. If you go and tell somebody, can we sit down and talk about something about something about what we think, sir, boss, don't pull me into all these things. Tell me, what do you want? I don't have time. I have a meeting to attend, or my job is in a soup. I have to save my job. I have to work more, or my boss is not happy, or I have to earn something, or I have to pay a home loan, etc., etc. So let's see what is there in current lifestyle, right? Let's see. Promises of today's lifestyle. What are the promises, guys, all of you got when you were sent to school? Can somebody tell, what are the promises your parents told you uh, to send you to school, or to send you to colleges, or what are the promises that the advertisements in the that you see in the TV give you? Anybody? What are the promises?
Better education, better job, better lifestyle.
High education, isn't it? What happens if you get high education? Happy job. Okay, let me ask a blunt question to all of you. How many of you are doing a happy job? I know HR is on the line. Pawan is also on the line. Guys, you have to ask this question to yourself. Are you happy doing what you're doing? Forget about the money behind it. Forget about the money. Money doesn't give you happiness. You know, what if I give you an offer that come and join this job, you get 50 lakhs per annum plus 40 lakhs bonus. And the only thing is that I will abuse you morning and evening. Are you ready to join? Will you join that kind of job? You're not. You know, who wants to be abused? Who wants to be made, upset? Who wants somebody to demotivate you or demean you? People look for happy environment. But how many of us are really doing a happy job? You really think, right? Satisfied day. Like as the day progresses, you're becoming more energetic. Are you doing such kind of job? As the day progresses, you're becoming more energetic, right? It's not like at the end of the day, boss, I'm tired now, I have to sleep. No, a person who does happy job becomes so energetic at the night, somebody has to tell him, okay, sleep now. Tomorrow morning you can continue, but you sleep, right? So happy job. That's what we were promised. All of us were promised. Next what? Paisa. Hai ki nahi? Huh? All of us were promised you'll get big money, right? What else, guys? Come on. Let's make it more lively by quoting. What else we were promised?
Good life partner.
There you go. Love life, isn't it? Good Bollywood songs and nice love life. ठीक है. Swati, why is the only one who's speaking? Looks like only you are alive. Can we have?
Yeah.
Can we have others who are temporarily dead to wake up? Come on, guys, speak up. What else were you promised? Or what are your other things in life that you are really looking forward to?
Swati, I don't agree with you. Like if you have more money or more life or something, means it doesn't mean okay, you'll get a good life partner. I don't. I mean,
No,
agree with you.
it's not promised. It is a selling point basically when they push you to school. They say, earn well, work well, good partner, good life. That is a selling point actually. What parents
Okay, fine,
use.
fine.
Okay, selling point. I'm not saying
So
okay.
can you guarantee it?
Ranjit, I'm not saying that you will get one. I'm saying what were you promised?
Absolutely.
Huh? Anybody else, guys? What else were you promised? Come on.
Prashant, what was promised to you? He's recently married.
Okay, I don't want to ruin his new marriage.
Nothing like that, sir. No promises. Not till that.
Okay, guys, perfect family, isn't it? Were we all not promised a perfect family? Okay, how many of you think you have this perfect family right now at home? But apparently this is what we are promised. Everybody is laughing and a big Colgate smile. No problems in life, isn't it? Okay, what else? Big home loan deal, isn't it? Bada ghar kharidna hai next. You want to buy a big home loan. Then what? Best home in my entire relatives. Right? In my entire friend circle and my relatives, I want to have the best home. What else? What else? Big, large wardrobe. Hai ki nahi? Huh? Large wardrobe. Come on, guys, something that you look forward
World trip.
Big
World trip.
fridge, right? Big fridge. Yeah, world trip. Yes, world trip. Isn't it? Big fridge. You go from one side, you come out from another side. As big as that, what do you call that? Antima Prayanam fridge. When people die, they put you in a fridge, right? Big fridge. Like that. Big fridge even in the house, right? Whole thing. What else? Super gym. Super gym on which you can, dry your clothes. We never use those things. We just use it for drying. Okay, what else? 360-degree home theater. Guys, now come on. Somebody should have told this. Did you not dream that when you get a good job, you're going to get the best music system in your house?
PlayStation, sir.
PlayStation, yes. What else? What else? What? Huh? और क्या प्लानिंग किया था लोगों ने? Best car loan deal, right?
Yeah,
Best car
jets,
loan deal.
holiday,
Isn't it?
jewelry.
What else? Party hard. Come on, you guys were not told that if you study properly now, you can party a lot. Were you not told? What else? Travel. Somebody told a world trip, right? Yeah, there you go. That was also promised, right? You can travel hard anywhere you want. What else? Your dog is also insured. Isn't it? You can insure everything. No problems in life. What else? Don't worry. Happy retirement. You can nicely, happily retire. What else? Come on, the last one you should tell me. Retire, relax, and die. Now, is this not what our lifestyle currently is being sold for? Or am I missing something?
All the insurance policy, they tell the same thing.
Huh? Am I speaking some Greek or Latin, or did you all think that this all is what many of us are planning? Everybody in Madhapur, Gachibowli, financial district, at least in Hyderabad, are thinking about these boxes. Everybody is thinking about these boxes. That I'm going to get this someday. The best family, the best love life, the best home, the best wardrobe, the best fridge, big parties, big cars, best retirement plan, best job. Now, let me ask you all, are all these promises true or are they false? Is it a too
Guys,
depressing
someone-
question? Are
No,
all these
somehow, yes, it's true.
true?
Yeah.
Can you give me the address of the person who is having these boxes?
Not all of them, but some of them.
And those some of them can change as time progresses? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So none of them are permanent, isn't it? But what were we told? If we just work hard and get a big job, get a big this, all these things are certain, right? Unfortunately, we are just daydreaming. We are daydreaming that all these things are true. And these are all false promises. I'm not going to a depressive thing. I'm going to get to why I'm getting into this, right? I mean, I'm not saying aiming for these is bad. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that all these things don't perfectly exist. Life is not perfect. Life is not like point A to point Z, and you go through all these things exactly like this, right? So life is not going to be as happy as you see in the movies or, some nice TV series. No, it's not, right? There is a problem. If modern lifestyle was really so cool, then why am I seeing all these things? Why am I seeing cancer rates going up? Why am I seeing so many types of new cancers getting, coming into picture? Why am I seeing so many people dying, out of cardiovascular diseases, 1 out of 3? Why am I seeing Alzheimer's disease picking up? Why am I seeing so many people, with sexually transmitted diseases, 20 million in America every year? Huh? Why am I seeing so many chronic conditions, ICUs increasing? Why am I seeing more than 4 lakh children being aborted in single community in America? Single black community in America, they abort more than 4 lakh children every single year, right? Why am I seeing such a great hype and increase in diabetes? Why am I seeing such a big, so many new hospitals coming up? If that was a lifestyle that was true, right? If modern lifestyle really exists and you think that is a perfect, then why are we seeing so many things coming up? Why am I seeing so many new hospitals coming up, right? Why am just see, in 1970s, it was the death rate was 1/7 as of now with diseases. Okay, there are also people getting saved with through technology, but how many more diseases are coming? Right? Increase in violence, increase in road accidents, so many suicides, so many problems, so many divorces. There are more people to have a second marriage done in matrimony than first marriage. Do you know that? That is the situation today. If you go to a matrimony, you have more second marriage cases. Now, this is a horrible statistics. It says 283 million guns are there in privately owned houses in America. Just imagine 283 million guns are there in houses inside America. And how many are there with the army? 3.4 million are with the army. Where is 283 million and how many is 3.4? And how many with police? Not even a million. So guys, just think about it. Just think about it. You are living in a country and you call America as the most developed country and so many things. Just imagine your neighbors have more guns than in the army. And WHO says, I'm not targeting America, I'm just targeting the lifestyle. This lifestyle that we are all thinking that we are going towards, which is going to lead us to a healthy ending. The WHO statistics says more than 1/3 of the people in America go to a psychiatrist. 1/3 of people in America go to a psychiatrist. Now, psychiatrist doesn't make you feel that much affected. What if I say going to psychiatrist is nothing but you're a mental fellow? In crude language, say we'd pictured, right? In a polished language, say he has psychiatric problems. Are you understanding? Right? Sometimes something you put it bluntly, sometimes something you put it in a very polished way. Oh, he is going to a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist means what? He has some mental, uncontrolled emotions. That's what we say as mental fellows, isn't it? Can you imagine 1/3 of the nation is going to a psychiatrist, which means after the third person, even a psychiatrist is going to a psychiatrist. You following that? And they have more guns in their houses than the army. Where are we heading? Where are we heading? Right? Just imagine so many shootouts, so many people get angry, just shoot each other left, right, and center. Licenses are given. There was a big debate on should guns be given to people at all. Right? Luckily in India, so far, I don't think people have guns in their houses. How many of you have guns in your houses? Huh? Luckily so far, no. Right?
We have toy guns at home.
They are toy guns. Yeah, so that's the situation, right? Now, something that I'll ask you now, is having hospitals and medical shops in every street a mark of advancement? Guys, tell me, is it a mark of advancement if you're having a medical shop before your house, near your house, many hospitals around your house? Is it a mark of advancement or something is wrong in that area? Think logically. Other day, one of my friends called me and said, hey, I'm buying my house in Tellapur. Huh? Don't you know? Apollo is coming there, Sunshine is coming there, Care is coming there. I was thinking, hey, pagal ho gaya kya? Why are you buying a house where all the hospitals are coming there? That means there is something wrong in that area, right? Where do you think more hospitals will come? My dear friends, where do you think more hospitals will come? Does anyone want to answer? Where do you think more hospitals will come?
They can predict more problems.
Exactly. As simple as that. Simple logic. Where there is demand, there is supply. Isn't it? More hospitals will come where there are more patients. So do you want to live in an area where there are less hospitals, or do you want to live in an area where there are more hospitals? Huh? Or in fact, right now, our intelligence has gone so drained down that we are wanting to live in an area where there are more hospitals because you know that you will need them. You know that your current job and your current lifestyle is so horrible that tomorrow you're going to land up in one of those hospitals, and the convenient part is the hospital is right across the street. Is that intelligence, guys? My dear friends, is that intelligence?
No, sir.
It is not. It is not. It is foolishness, isn't it? So modern lifestyle, what is it giving? In simple words, we already went through this. We talk about learn to earn. We talk about work like a dog throughout the night and day, right? We talk about going abroad as if your current home is not good enough. You talk about spending more than needed. You talk about celebrating without limits. You talk about free sex. You talk about dining outside. You talk about, intoxicate, forget, sleep till the, sleep early in the morning till then wake up. And then you talk about fill your life with pills, have a lunch filled with pills, and you talk about dying young. You talk about dying young, that's it. Right? This is the modern living lifestyle. And just when we have some thinking, that, oh, I think something is going wrong, I have to think, I have to really see what's going on. Immediately, who attacks you? The media attacks you. The Big Boss comes, the comedy nights with Kapil come, the IPL comes, some shameful movies come, right? And you have so many discount offers, you have so much of print media, you have so many distractions, so many news channels, so many other things, that you stop thinking what is happening in your life. And you are so much affected by this media that is pushed onto you, right? So is media really blinding you, or are you choosing to be blind? Is something that we have to think, right? Is something that we really have to think. What is going on in my life? Huh? Now, I'll just mute some. Yeah. Right. I mean, we really have to think, guys, okay? Because the next slide is going to be a little, eye opener, or something that you already know, but I'm just going to repeat. Real questions we should ask is, do you want to figure out what is wrong with you now, or you want to figure out that in a diagnostic center? Whatever is happening with you right now, some people are like, I don't want to go to doctor. I don't want to see anything. I don't want bad news. Well, you are going to get that bad news someday. Either you predict that now and fix your lifestyle, or you're going to get a report in your diagnostic center, right? And after getting that report, you're going to sit there and cry. Oh, I'm just 30 years old. What the hell is happening with me? I'm just 25 years old. What is happening with me? I'm just 40 years old. What is happening with me? How can I reverse it now? How can I fix it now? Right? How many of you know? I was speaking to a very famous nephrologist. His name is Krishna Patil. Okay, he has a very nice clinic in Madhapur. He's a very good friend of mine. So I was talking to him, and he works in Sunshine Hospitals as Krishna Patil doctor. So he was telling me that, Lakshman, 90% of the diseases don't show symptoms. Can I for a few minutes ask some of you to open your screens? Let's have a little personal discussion, because this is for your benefit. Please come on your screen. That's okay. You don't have to be well dressed. This is not a session to judge how we look like. I'm sure all of you look better than me. Yeah, please, on your screens. Come on, guys, on your screens. Yeah. Now let me ask this question to you all. How many of you know that there are 90% of the diseases that people get don't have any symptoms? Do you know that? Meaning, I'm right now walking straight. I'm right now, looking great. I'm right now energetic. But the next moment, your life will change. How many of you know that? I was shocked to know this. The 90% of the diseases don't have a symptom. Only 10% have. Only 10% have. Right? You can on your screens. Come on. I'm feeling nice. I'm talking to people. I can see some 7 or 8. Right? How many of you know how long does it take for diabetes to show up in a diagnostic report? How many of you know? How many years does it take for diabetes to show up in your report that your HbA1c is high? How many years does it take? Anybody? I'm not a science student, but I was speaking to this very good doctor, and he told me some facts that literally shook me off. Do you know that 12 years, 12 years, your body fights with diabetes. 12 years, 10 to 12 years minimum, your body fights with diabetes, and then it shows up as high sugar in your report. 10 to 12 years it is fighting, but we don't know. We don't know that. We are thinking, I'm fine, boss. You know, I've checked my sugar. I've checked my sugar. It's absolutely fine. You know, my sugar is 5.2. The range is 5.7. I think I'm not diabetic. I'm fine. I'm in 40s. मेरे को नहीं आएगा diabetes. My father doesn't have diabetes. My mother doesn't have diabetes. I'll not get diabetes. Hereditary, we don't have diabetes. We don't have any of these problems. But how many of you know that your body right now is fighting with diabetes? Right now. You know how it shows up? Let me tell you. When there is excess glucose in your body and there is no enough insulin to bring it down, this glucose is floating around in your body, right? And then your organs, all your organs, whether it is your pancreas, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your brain, you know what is happening? They just dip it in that glucose. What happens if you put an iron rod in water for too long? What happens? Anybody?
It will get rust.
It will rust. It will not rust on the same day. Slowly it will rust. Same way, all our organs, whether we are 20-year-old or 40-year-old or 50-year-old, they're all dipping in the glucose syrup, right? And they're forming the rust everywhere. Suddenly one find, and they're fighting against the rust. They're fighting for the rust not to happen. But as we grow, sometimes our immunity, our genes, they stop fighting it one day, and immediately your sugar will shoot up. And then your HbA1c, I don't know how many of you know HbA1c. What is that report? It's about your average sugars, you know, for a certain period of time. Most known report in circles. It will show up like 8, 9, 10. Suddenly it will show. You know, you are 43 now. You never had HbA1c. 43 and a half, you got a HbA1c done. It is 8.9. And you are declared as a diabetic. And after that, you know what happens? Any of your organ can fail at any moment. I have a friend, I have a friend who's 38 years old. 38 years old. He works in a big MNC. His kidneys have failed. And how long did it take for him to know that? Till 37, he had no problems. He used to go to gym. He used to have a good, whatever, lifestyle, so to say. But he used to eat out all the time, Zomato, tomato, right? Whatever that comes on the way. Never thought he'll get any problem. At the age of 38, 3 times in a week, he has to go for dialysis. 3 times in a week. I don't know what ambitions you have in life. You want to become a delivery director of the entire planet of a big company. I don't care. But if you have to go for dialysis 3 times in a week, what schedule can you plan for yourself? Have you thought about it? What ambitions can you keep in your life? Right? How much stress you are taking? How much stress you are taking in your life, doing whatever job that you're doing? Don't think that stress is going unaccounted. Don't think that stress is going unaccounted, right? Now, I know you all know this boy, a techie in Bangalore, if you can see the screen, he died at the age of 27. All he did is one day he came out of his workplace, and he said, I'll go for a marathon. He just died flat in the morning. 27-year-old boy. Does he look obese? Does he look unhealthy? Nothing. Saurabh, a person died of a heart attack in Bangalore, sitting in the same cubicle, which looks like your cubicle. This guy jumped from his office out of work tensions, right? 24-year-old employee dies because of overwork. 32-year-old techie, just by seeing a movie, he died. Can you imagine? He saw a movie, he could not control his emotions, or his heart was not strong enough, he died. 22-year-old boy in Bangalore techie dies from work pressure. IT employee jumps to death. In Hindu it is given in railway station. right? Young youth is under rising burden of heart disease, is clearly being told by the medical associations of India. Night shifts are killing people. Night shifts are killing people. 40% heart attack risk is increasing just by being in night shifts. No, I think I'm fine. I'm fine. I've been doing night shift for last, 10 years. Nothing is happening to me. Well, nothing will happen now. After it happens, it will be in a newspaper like this. Or most of them never come in a newspaper, right? 22-year-old Goldman Sachs employee dies, right? He dies because of stress of work, right? Now, guys, when you die, your mother is crying, a wife is crying, a child is crying, a father is crying, a friend is crying, a sister is crying. So many people are crying. Can you tell me who is the main reason for all these deaths? What is that one reason that you can tag to for all these deaths to happen?
Your lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Simple answer, but yet such an important answer that we have to answer ourselves. How is my lifestyle? How is my lifestyle? If you're not going to check your lifestyle, forget about being the most recognized company, recognized employee, recognized house in the colony, right? Forget about all that. Is your lifestyle a topic? Is it an important topic to discuss, my friends?
Yes.
Huh? Is it an
Yes.
important topic to discuss?
Yes, it is.
Right? I know I might have crossed my lines in some places to raise the seriousness among all of you. But is lifestyle management an important topic to discuss? For me, it is one of the most important topic to discuss. And that is the reason I'm taking time today to tell all of you that please wake up before it's too late. No matter what role you're doing, whether you're a developer, whether you are a lead, whether you are a HR, finance, whatever, whether you're a manager, a director, anybody, president, chairman, whatever designation you keep to yourself. Does dead body have a designation? Does dead body have a designation?
No.
Dead body has only one designation. It's a waste material, right? So before the time comes, we have our time to check our lifestyle. So it's 3:30 now. I have another meeting to go to a little early today. But I want to ask all of you, please give time for the next session where we're going to discuss how to fix our lifestyle. Okay? And if some of your friends have not come to this session, I'm going to share the link. Share with them. If you really care for them, share with them. There's a lot of people don't have time for anything these days. You tell them it's good for you, they'll say, I have work, I have too much work. I know you want to work, but there's something called important topics which will help you work better, right? Goal of this session is not to leave IT. That's not the goal. Goal of the session is not to get into a relaxing job. Goal of the session is to make ourselves aware that there's something more important in life than just earning. Something more, right? So next week, we are going to discuss about the solutions, the possible practical solutions that we can. Now, don't think that I'll come and tell you, okay, get up in the morning and do pranayama. I'm not going to get there. You already know those things, right? But I'm going to speak something more than that, right? Share something more than that, which can be helpful for all of you from whichever background you are to fix your lives. And that is going to be lifestyle management fixing, right? So this is lifestyle management need. If I have to tag this session, lifestyle management need, and the next session is going to about fixing. So any questions before I wrap up? Let's spend few minutes. What did you feel about today's session? and then we'll immediately wrap up. Do you feel it serious? Too much pointing? Too disturbing? What was it? Come on, guys, speak up. And if you want to open your cameras, please open. It feels nice. Was it useful?
Yes,
Absolutely. So basically, in our busy schedule, we even though we know many things, but we don't try to pay attention towards it. So many times we know that what we are eating is not right, how we are spending our time is not right. Even after knowing, but we don't try to correct it. So maybe such sessions actually help us to take us towards that direction. Naga is smiling. Naga, any thoughts?
Naga himself, I don't know if he has shared with how many of you, but he himself went through some very tough times recently in his own family. Right? It can happen to anybody, guys. Don't think it will not happen to us. It can happen to any guy, any person in this forum right now. It can happen. And what we need to do before it happens is in our hands. Right? See, ultimately, we all want healthy colleagues, happy colleagues, right? And happy jobs. Yes, we have to somehow figure it out, how to make it happy. And we should have a good, happy lifestyle, right? Which will make it all happen. Okay, so I can see Dharma's 2 children standing behind him.
Sir, my son very much like this session, sir.
You liked the session.
My son and my daughter both are.
Good. I know something that I spoke today are kind of little depressing, but we have to first diagnose the disease before we cure it, right? So we have to know what the importance of lifestyle management before we talk about the solution of lifestyle management. So let us meet next week. Stay tuned. So we'll meet up again on the Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock and discuss about how we can fix our lifestyle. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a good rest of the day and a nice weekend ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Shiva.
sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ravindra. Thank you.
Got some nice background,
sir.
natural background. Rather than our boring walls, so he got some trees and all around.
Thank you. You are looking very focused.
Sorry?
Your background is light focus. Very right.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a window. The window next to there.
Okay, guys, stay safe
Thank
and
you, guys.
we'll meet next week.
And Shiva sitting in nature.